1, check 2.
This the mic?
Yeah, that's the mic.
It's on.
It's on.
Amy,
Yeah, you don't have to get that close to just. You could sit normal and just.
Oh. Okay.
Amy, I don't see the red light on the mic. Is it on?
Yeah, it's on the bottom today. I was tightening it so that the red thing is on the bottom. Look at the other side. Okay, Darian's good. Dantes, talk.
Talk then.
Say something.
Blah.
Okay. All right, Tiff.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So you good? You know what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. Just
I don't know. Guess
so
we'll
you know, he always starts with the prayer, so don't be thrown off by it. So
okay.
We talking about in the community with Dantes Taylor, and sitting here for my co-host is the pastor Darian Fan, and on WUCB.
Morning, everybody.
Our Father, I just thank you for bringing us here today. I just thank you for taking us to and fro when we go each and every day. I just thank you for bringing us back here to see another day's journey that we're walking on. And I just thank you for being who you are and how you are every day. You are our Alpha and Omega. You're the beginning and the end. You are the one that loves us for who we are and how you are. Let us get back home safe and sound and see the house in the same way we left it. And anoint the house from the top of the house to the bottom of the house as we are blessed today. Amen. And thank God.
We welcome you to this segment of In the Community with Dantes Taylor as we continue our series called In Conversation, where we interview different community professionals in the community and around UCP. Today, we have the pleasure of having on our show, you know her as what is your title?
I am the job training team lead.
The job training team lead for Oakleaf
Partner.
Job Training here at UCP. Please help us welcome to the show, Miss Tiffany Jackson. Welcome, Tiffany.
Woo! Welcome me.
So we're excited to have you in the studio today.
So what started you? Where were you born and raised?
Oh, so many questions. I was born in St. Louis, Missouri, so far away, and my parents moved to Elyria when I was 3.
So you're a Southern girl.
I am. My mother is originally from Mississippi. She's from Laurel, Mississippi, and my dad was born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. But somehow along the way, he made his way down south, found my mother, then they moved to St. Louis, had me, and then we moved back here when I was 3.
So do you have any memories of Missouri, or do
I
you
don't.
not?
As a matter of fact, I haven't even been back to visit. I have no idea what the state looks like.
St. Louis is a great city. So you said that you grew up in Elyria.
I grew up in Elyria. I did. My parents moved to Elyria when I was 3 years old.
And I'm assuming that you are a product of the public schools of Elyria.
I did. I went to most of Elyria schools, and when I was in high school, I ended up taking up a trade. I actually took up a trade to do hair, cosmetology, and I have my cosmetology license, but I just hate doing hair.
So you're a beautician by formal training. Wow.
Yep.
Never knew that.
Learn something new every day. I do not like to do hair, but I do my own hair. I do my daughter's hair. I do my mother's hair, and that's about it.
Well, you have your license. Actually, my niece is a senior at Shaker, and she's getting her cosmetology license.
It was a little easier for me because I took up a trade while I was in high school. So my 11th and 12th grade year,
that's what
I went to a school in Oberlin for trade school. So, and I was able to do it.
You would have school, have
Basically.
training.
Half trade, yeah.
That's how a lot of kids are coming out.
That's what she's doing, and she says that even though she does plan to go to college, but she said it'll help her make money on the side in college, and that's her mindset of thinking. So we do applaud you. And
How long did you stay in it? How long did you stay in Elyria before you came to Cleveland?
I didn't move to Cleveland until I got married to my husband. So I actually, when I got older, I moved to Lorraine. I had bought a house in Lorraine when I was in my early 20s. So I moved out of my parents' house. But everybody always laughs at me because I say it's two different cities, but they always say that it's one city because they're so small. So I ended up buying a house in Lorraine, and then I met my husband, and then he stayed in Cleveland, and so that's where I moved. So now I'm here. I've been here for 7 years.
Now, you've been here for 7 years, but I'm assuming all that time you haven't been.
So what job you had before this one?
I was working at JCPenney at the beauty salon when I was in Elyria. I was there, and then from there I started off full time, and then I went down part time, and then I found a job at Our Lady of the Wayside. I know you guys heard of Our Lady of the Wayside.
Oh yeah.
Well, I worked there for 8 years, doing jobs there, working in different group homes, and I loved it. By the way, I just my manager didn't want me to transfer when I was getting married, so it was kind of hard for me to make the drive because I was working in a house in Westlake, so it was hard for me to make the drive from Westlake to Cleveland.
So, tell us about when you first started. Well, what initially brought you to UCP, and how did you find out about UCP?
I found out about UCP through an online job board, and I think it might have been Indeed. And the person that called me back was Brittany. Do you guys remember Brittany?
Oh yeah, I remember Brittany.
So Brittany, I came in and met Brittany, and Brittany thought I would be a good fit for the job, and that's how I found it. But it was through a job board that I found UCP because they were looking, I think at the time, what was my old job? OE Habilitation Assistant. That's what I was hired in as. And then from there it changed to Job Training Community Connector, and now I'm the Job Training Team Lead.
You had to do an application for the team lead? I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I just put in for the job, and I got the job.
Oh, you put an application in and they gave you.
Well, not really an application. Just...
So you've been at UCP for how long?
It will be 3 years in December.
So Dantes, I think it'll be time for us to take a break, and ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we'll discuss, because Tiffany, I'm sure you've seen a lot of changes as far as UCP and how it has changed, how it is now versus when you first got here.
Man, I think a lot of changes too.
So we're going to talk about that and more when we come back with our very special guest, Tiffany Jackson, right here on
WUCP
and in the community
with Dantes Taylor, and standing in for Tim Soko is Darian, the pastor Darian Fain.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right. This is in the community with Dantes Taylor, and coming up is we are doing a prayer in the park at Luke Easter Park on Saturday, September 15, 2018, at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Yes, come all, come one. We are trying to link our communities back together in unity. We want to link them all back together and show them that we can have an event and there's no trouble, no fighting, no shooting, no nothing. We can show them that we can do what we have to do in our community. We're going to have singing. We're going to have preaching there. We're going to have people doing testimonies and all kinds of stuff out here for our prayer in the park. And this is called Linking Communities Back Together in Unity. Yes. Tentatively, we might have, you might see out there preaching and doing a sermon on prayer for all people. Is Darian Fan. You might, so stay tuned to see if he's gonna show up and give us that great word that we need to know to take us through the days and know how to do and what we need to do for prayer and everything else. And I invite all you activists, all you councilmen, all you senators, everybody, even the city council, county council, everybody. I encourage you to come out and see what's going on and learn some stuff. And we're going to do registered voting too at this event too. So come on out. And for more information, you can contact Dantes Taylor at 216-624-0967 if you want to be involved in this great program that we are having. And God bless you and have a nice and prosperous day.
God bless you, my friends. This is Reverend Darian Fan. I wanted to take this time and opportunity to cordially invite you to join me this Monday, August 27th at 6 o'clock for a very extraordinary event. God has blessed me so much to have a profession. God has blessed me with an extraordinary opportunity to have a professional documentary produced on my life working ministry. Join me Monday evening at the Penn Memorial CME Church, where we will be having a very special worship service for this purpose. Yes, that's right. You heard me. Monday night, August 27th, you and your family join me for a powerful night of worship and praise to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Come hear the truth proclaimed out of the mouth of yours truly, Reverend Darian Fan. We invite you and your family. Dinner will be served, and the service will begin promptly at 6 o'clock. Come as you are. This is a time that you do not want to miss. We are located at 3547 East 142nd Street, Cleveland, Ohio, 44120. Yours truly, the Reverend Darian Fan, Pastor. God bless you, and I will see you on Monday night. And we're back.
We're back with In the Community with Dantes Taylor on WUCP. Take it away, Tiffany.
And we're here with our special guest, Tiffany Jackson, Community Job Training Team Lead here at UCP. Tiffany, you've been here for 3 years. In that time, you've seen a lot of changes, and our listeners and we in studio are curious to know, what, in your opinion, about UCP has changed versus from 3 years ago when you first got it?
Most of them are positive changes, and I actually really enjoy working here. So when I first started, it was the clients were working, and it was pretty much everybody, even those who needed adaptive equipment, were working, and they were getting paid basically by how much they did for the day. And so, and a lot of those prices were very, very low. So we had some clients that were taking home in a week maybe like a $3 check. And so now, since they've made the changes, we have our clients that are able to work at a good rate. They are
Hello?
actually making minimum wage. Dantes has a phone call.
Hello?
Should we wait?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And
I know. I need to. Can we erase that?
Our clients are making minimum wage, which is really nice to see all those who are able to work. And so that's a positive change. Also, a lot of our clients are able to get out in the community. We have a lot of more volunteer opportunities for the clients. So we have them volunteer at nursing homes, and we have some going out to sort medical supplies. We have the food bank, the book bank. So they're volunteering there. And then we've gotten a couple people out in the community to actually get jobs. So that's been a great change.
Also, in addition to UCP, I understand.
How many kids do you have in
How
what
many-
grade? In what
How
grade
many
stage?
kids?
Well,
Shh. Let her in.
Okay, I have 2 kids. I have a 6-year-old daughter who just started 1st grade, and then my son is 3, and he just started preschool.
nice.
So he, his name is Jaden, and my daughter's name is Nala.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they go to Stonebrook, which is a Montessori school, because I like the curriculum there. It is a public school, but the curriculum isn't like Cleveland Public School. So they teach them life skills and stuff that they need for everyday living, in addition to other stuff that they need, like their language skills and their math skills. And my son actually liked it. I was really nervous for him. I had to apologize to the teacher ahead of time for my son, because he can be hard-headed. So he actually enjoys it. He only goes for a half a day, though. So maybe next year, when he's affiliated with the school and he understands everything that's going on, then he'll be able to go full-time.
Preschool.
Preschool, yes. Preschool 3.
You, and in your private life, and a disclaimer to our listeners, when I say this name, no, he is not. No, he is not a member of pop royalty, but
It would have been nice, though.
But-
I could use Michael Jackson's money.
but in private life, she is Mrs. Michael Jackson, who I will personally say, because I've had the honor of meeting him, a very affluent brother, and since this is a positive show where we promote our culture, it is very nice to see, couples of color loving each other and being a positive force here in our community. Tiffany shows that, beautiful family.
Thank you, Darian.
So, I mean, if you don't mind us asking, how did you guys meet?
We met. Such a funny story. So I was in Elyria. Mike was from here, and we go to the Kingdom Hall because I'm a Jehovah's Witness.
Mm-hmm.
So we met at the Kingdom Hall, and he actually, at that time, he was going through a divorce with his previous wife. So he, kind of was off the records. But I had seen him when we went out to eat, and I'm like, why is he not paying me no attention? So weird, right?
Mm.
So come to find out, he was going through a divorce, but I had seen him at a convention that we had the following year, and he seen my father, so he knew I was there, and he won't tell people this story because he doesn't want people to know the truth, but he sat down and tried to wait for me to see where I was at, and we actually met up, and he gave me his business card because he does own a landscaping company, and we started talking from there.
Brothers, people, listen, for the last few weeks, Dantes was talking about minorities owning their own business and small business owners. You see a brother who owns his own business and is a powerful force. So
Oh, I wish I could have brought him in.
out here,
You can. I'll tell him, and I'm sure he'll be glad to come in and speak with you on a Friday.
out here,
Yeah, this Friday.
out here in the community. Tune in as Dantes continues that series next week with small business owners.
Mm-hmm.
Tiff, so like outside of UCP, what do you do? Outside.
I have a whole household to take care of. My
Yeah.
life is very, very busy. So when I get off work, well, when we start with my morning, let me start with my morning. Let me tell you my whole day.
Well, what does Tiffany do for like?
For myself,
Yeah, what does Tiffany?
I like to listen to music and drink wine. That is my all-time favorite thing to
So
In our life.
So who do you listen to?
do. I like
Who you?
all genres of music. I don't really have a favorite singer. Well, yes, I do. Can I say it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We know. For our listeners who don't know, we know that you're an avid fan of the Beehive.
It's not supposed to be the Beehive. I don't consider myself a Beehive fan. I like Beyonce though. Beyonce is my favorite. But I like all music. I listen to country music. I listen to R&B. I'm not a big fan of rap. It depends. I like old school rap. I don't. This new stuff. I can't deal with the new stuff.
I
It
like
makes
this.
my head
I
hurt.
like this rap that don't cuss at you and downgrade the
Me too.
women and all that. They get if they I'm gonna say it like this. If they got a song out there that downgrade them, and then they got one that's clean. I don't want to listen to the clean because the clean is just like the messed up version. That's the messed
So
up
Tiff,
thing.
so you also said that you take in libations.
Yes.
Like bacon. What's
So
Drinks.
so what does Tiffany use to unwind?
I like wine. I love Moscato. I like there's this other one on my mother-in-law. I can't think of the name. It starts with an F, but I think like the name of it is like Jester's Blush, but it's red. It's like a pinkish red.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a glass last night. So, but my favorite thing to unwind, really, I like to go home and listen to my music. I like to light my candles and drink wine. That's what I like to do. Of course, I can't enjoy that when my kids are woke, so I have to wait till they go to bed.
Right,
So before I can actually unwind.
right. So like what activities or because I know you're very family oriented, what do you like to do with your kids out in the community?
I love taking them to the park. That's one of their favorite things to do. We just recently started walking around the track with my daughter. So we've gotten on this healthy kick for the last couple months. So we're trying to keep everybody healthy and in shape. So we're trying to encourage more exercise.
Oh yeah, I want to.
My son pretty much runs it off. My daughter, she's not really active, so we have to get her active. They love going to Chuck E. Cheese, so we go there often. We've been to Play Arcade and we've been to Kalahari. I think we've pretty much been everywhere. But their favorite place to go is the Junkyard. I'm not sure if you guys
What
have
is
heard
the
of the
Junkyard?
It's
Tell me
it's
about
like
the
an
Junkyard.
it's an indoor park. So they have like a bunch of little stuff for them to do that they can like jungle gyms and stuff like that. Really fun for the kids. What's nice about it is that the parents don't have to pay. So you're only paying for the kids, which I think that's how all things should be. If the kids are enjoying it, we shouldn't have to pay. So they like the Science Center. We've taken them there a couple times.
Oh yeah, I love the science.
Yeah, my
So
kids
what
love the Science Center.
what advice would
What you
give
give?
to mothers and young families just starting out here?
I would say that it's important to spend time with your family. We try to make sure in our family that we eat at least dinner together because breakfast is so scattered because everybody has a different schedule.
You
But
see,
it's-
folks, the importance of the table, a family that believes in the importance of the table. That's where life begins.
We don't, and we don't encourage a lot of TV. So my kids get to watch like an hour a piece of TV, even on the weekends. So we don't really encourage them. We want them to be active. We want them to use their imaginations. We encourage schoolwork. So after school, my daughter doesn't really get a lot of homework because she's in first grade, but I print out sheets and stuff for her to do, like math sheets, just so she'll know what she's doing, so she can learn. She's actually actively reading, so we encourage reading in our house.
That's right, because we want.
And spending time together is the most important. So we use the weekend because weekdays are so busy. So we use the weekends pretty much to just spend time together as a family.
So you believe in family time.
I do.
And see,
And what and when
Family
they
time.
pray and when the family prays together, it stays together.
I agree.
it is
My mother always said that.
it is the cornerstone of American society.
Yes, and we and as people, we all some of these families, they are scattered. Where one over here eating dinner by themselves in the corner, and then somebody over there eating dinner watching TV. I'm like, these families got to get back together. They got to
They
get back.
do.
Cause I applaud you that y'all sit down and listen, and they listen to the day of what families do.
You will be amazed at what you find out just by eating a meal together.
The clock,
Yeah.
Dantes, I think that's our time. The clock on the wall says that's the end of our show.
But stay tuned because we have some great shows and we have some great things coming up. And one of the shows we are trying to put together is a panel on domestic violence and literacy in our community. How we can get out and get our rate for reading where it can be down to zero tolerance, where we can say that we got a lot of people in our community reading. Because a lot of these statistics is saying, some of the statistics are saying that the rate of reading is not up, it's down. It's too high. It's too high that they saying some of them are some of these grown folks are at a 3rd grade level or a 5th grade level. We need to get it up. We need to do some. We're gonna and in the future we're gonna have a panel on domestic violence and they're gonna talk about literacy in our community and how we can get literacy to get to the rate where we need it to get to. And don't forget to get out and vote in November because we're trying to get the rate up to 50%. 50% voting. We need it at 50% voting.
We want to again thank our guests.
We'd like to thank our guests for coming on in the community with Dantes Taylor, and I thank my co-host the pastor Darian Fan for coming on this show, and everything. And God bless you. And we'll see you next week when we stay tuned because we're going to talk about entrepreneurship in our community, and we're going to have a special guest. We might have a special guest on here, and then the second segment we're going to have a special person on here.
Larry Shippey. In the playoffs, basically.
Yeah. We gonna cook and kick what?
Sports Bliss with Tyrone and Leon. We're back once again. I'm the man in the middle, the one that don't mean nothing.
You do me something.
Sitting here in the chair, that's all I do. What's going on, gentlemen? What's going on in the NFL today? Now, I know me and Leon got to talk about the Browns briefly, but you got anything on San Francisco? Let's let him.
Yeah. Is San Francisco play tonight?
What's their preseason record?
Is that last week? too bad.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, Leon, your brownies.
But you never get that about the preseason.
Yeah, but it kind of gives you a snapshot of what to look for during the season. That's what I kind of like to see, the preseason. So I'll give you a little snapshot.
About 2-1.
2-1, looking pretty good.
Yeah.
What about your Cowboys? I don't want to mention really, but you know, it's your Cowboys, so we give them a little time. Okay, I hope they continue not to do good. Thank God for getting a little bit. Anyway, so I just wanted to mention though that every year for the last 3 or 4 years we've been doing the football picks, and we have, oh man, I don't even know how many clients participating. So I already printed off the first game, the first round of games. And everybody was coming up to me, Raheem, football's starting and we need to get the pick. So just to let everybody know, I got a head start on that. So Teresa Harrison is the reigning champion. So I let her know today that she's a target and everybody's coming for her. All right. So anything else in the NFL?
Josh Gordon. He's back.
Yeah, I saw that. He's back. Let's pray. And let's just pray that he's back for real.
Yeah. Good luck, Josh.
Good luck, Josh. That's right, Tyrone. Thank you. Coming from a non-Browns fan. Thank you. You're a good human being, man. You're thinking about the man, not the player. Thank you.
Keep the faith.
Keep the faith.
Keep your head
strong.
Yeah.
Be strong and stay away from the background.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to jump to the NBA. I don't know if y'all got any news for the NBA, but I was watching that show with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. What is it called?
I do.
Don't say their name because we got our own show. We don't want to get them no. You know the story I'm talking about. We ain't going to say the name, though, because we're going to be bigger than them soon. So we're going to. Anyway, Shannon Sharp seems to believe that before the tip-off, the Lakers is going to have another major player like Kawhi Leonard or Damian Lillard. What do you guys think about that?
They'll be honored since Kawhi did Toronto.
Yeah, but I guess he's saying maybe when that contract is up, or sometimes they can work stuff out. Sometimes they'll work some out and you know, get a guy on his contract. Yeah.
But I think Kawhi go and they keep.
But I also heard that Kawhi is open-minded to re-signing with the Raptors.
Yeah.
So you just never know.
We'll see.
Yeah, and I seen a quote from Kawhi Leonard. I don't know how true it is, but it said that he wouldn't sign with the Lakers because he don't want to play with LeBron. He think LeBron is a ball hog, and he said that ship is sailed.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll look at it, the other LA team.
Kawhi Leonard, he don't want to be in the spotlight.
Right. He's kind of behind the scenes guy, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of worried though, fellas, because the Cavs haven't made any more moves. I just seen some little moves here and there of some guys that I don't even know, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be optimistic about it.
We'll see.
All right.
We gotta keep the faith.
That's right. Keep the faith. I think either way we're not gonna just get blown out the water. I think we may make the playoffs.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh.
Hey. That is a bit tough.
It would be very interesting.
Yeah, I think that the guys we got are going to step up and we're going to hold it down.
That's some big stuff.
All right. Well, what about your team?
I think
Well, what's those guys' name again? Your basketball team?
the Tigers
Oh, okay. I forgot that.
I'm gonna go here for you. Go. Goodbye.
go.
All right. Okay. On to
To Major League Baseball.
Major League Baseball.
Get anything for the face.
First,
My go-to game.
13 games.
Boston in first place. In the East.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let's stop this for a second. Why are you talking about Boston?
I'm
No.
trying to kick them.
If I go flip these pages back to
I'm-
previous
I'm
shows,
trying to be objective, Brian. This show's about being objective.
I understand. And I'm not trying to argue with you.
The show's about being objective.
Listen, this is you and Leon show. I'm not trying to get into it. But if I flip these pages to previous shows, all you talk about is the Yankees. So for Boston to
The
jump out
show's
of...
about being objective.
Okay. You don't want to talk about it.
The Yankees are ready to walk on. Go Yankees.
Go Yankees. That's all I want to know, because even if you were to talk about Boston, it seemed like you were to talk about the Yankees first. But that's,
Be objective.
I understand. I do. I truly do. But I'm just saying, if I flip the pages to previous shows and Tyrone talk about the Yankees, and to hear Boston just pop out your mouth so fast, I didn't understand. It kind of confused me. I'm just trying to get some clarity, man. That's all. It's all love, Tyrone.
I'm
But Yankees
a
go.
news guy.
Huh?
I'm a objective sports
I
guy.
know you are. I know. I'm not taking that away from you. So we're not gonna argue. You're supposed to argue with Leon, not me. I'm just the guy in the middle. That's all.
But okay, why you pick up?
Okay, next. Oh, you got some more baseball?
No.
Okay, next. Hold on before you start. Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all. Tiger Woods, y'all.
Okay. Tiger Woods in the golf. He in the golf playoff.
The golf playoffs.
But him
It's called a FedEx Cup.
The FedEx Cup. Thank you for your technical terms, Tyrone. Hey, look, I might leave because Tyrone's a little teased with me right now. I feel the tension in the room.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
it could be okay, Joe.
Yeah, let me move away. He might throw a jab.
It's okay.
Okay.
Okay, so Tiger Woods is like come alive again.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Every time we talk about Tiger Woods and he's not doing good, I say, okay, he should maybe give it up. And then he just take off
Right.
every time.
Yeah.
So he's been reborn.
Yeah, even part for the FedEx Championship.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I wanted to ask you guys your opinion, and I want y'all to say it at different, let Tyrone say his opinion, then you say yours.
Okay.
Urban Myers, what do you think about the so let him talk by himself.
That is a sad situation for both parties.
Okay. But do you think it's a fair punishment? Do you think it's fair, or because I think it could have been worse. I think he
It
could have
could have
actually
been
lost
worse.
his job. But what do you think about what is it, 3 games?
Yeah.
It could have been a lot worse.
Right. Okay.
So he got off really easy.
Okay, yeah. And I'm glad he still got his job, though. I think,
He got off really easy because some people would lose their job over that.
yeah. And there was some other people who got in trouble, too, as well, right?
Yeah, the G. Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Leon, I heard somebody mention that they say Urban Myers is a coach, not a marriage counselor. So should he even be in trouble behind that?
Why really, if you about it,
Okay. It's his obligation to step in and
yeah.
okay, that's fair.
And plus, he had the same situation in Florida.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
because
Because,
Hold on, let him finish it.
the
He just
the guy was careful.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so yeah, I just wanted to touch on that because I've been hearing a whole lot about that lately, and I just thought that it did make sense that how did he get involved in that? But I do think if that's part of his team, he has an obligation to say, hey, no, this is not right. Let's do something about it.
The guy should be fired in 2009 because he felt sorry for him.
Oh,
But that's
not right either.
not right.
right. Yeah. See, that just shows even though
Hey, he
what
was messing around with one of the lady staffers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that just shows, though, no matter what our job title is, it goes, especially in a leadership role, it goes beyond that job description.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with a team of people.
Yeah.
So you do have to be a counselor sometimes. You do have to be that shoulder to lean on.
And he was like, I'm sorry for my mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And I will make, he was like, I will make, he was like, I will make up for, but he can't apologize. The only thing I didn't like about it is he can apologize to the female.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't even mention her name.
Oh, yeah. So he may not be taking responsibility like he should. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But sometimes in those situations, it be a legal thing going on.
Yeah.
And you can't mention certain things. You can't say certain things.
Why not? Did it go in court yet?
I know, but it still be like a legal binding thing that's unheard. Because this totally off the subject, but I was in a car accident and I had to go and get a lawyer. And so when I went to meet with my insurance company about something totally different, they could not talk to me about anything that was going on with that situation. So I can feel comfortable dealing with some business that I had to take care of without them saying, hey, so what's going on with this? They're legally binding not to talk to me about that without my lawyer.
Yeah.
So I understand that part.
Okay.
Yeah. But still, I think, like y'all said, he got off with a slap on the wrist, which is good because he's a good coach and maybe he'll learn for this. But when you are in a leadership role, you have to go above and beyond. And you gotta be stern on some people. Hey, you gotta go. I'm sorry.
You gotta be like, can you kill me?
Yeah.
Are you killing me? Or you open fire? What?
But and I know in some jobs, like just say if a person is on a drug or something, they don't necessarily get fired right away. They have to go through some kind of rehab. You know, and so maybe that's what they need. Like, he should have been like, hey, let's get y'all some counseling and let's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To handle it. But I think he learned from this situation.
He
I think going forward, I think he told his staff, hey, listen, you get into anything, you go. All right.
Yeah.
Anything else, fellas?
What is he? Odell Beckham Jr. is reported to sign a new contract
He gon'
Giants.
he gon' get paid.
Now, tell me this, did Dez Bryant officially sign with the Browns?
He come on to.
Okay, because I saw a thing where he was signing Browns stuff for people, like helmets and stuff.
In a couple, I think in a couple weeks.
Okay, Lee, do we want him?
Well, we need some wide receivers.
Okay. Is he, do you think he'll bring more than that? Do you think he can bring like a veteran
Yeah,
teaching to the, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got veterans in your camp and they can help
but
the other ones along.
he got a little attitude.
Yeah. Sometimes you need attitude. Not much, but sometimes you need attitude. It depends on how you control it.
Yeah. He could be very
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So, we looking forward to the upcoming football season. Tyrone, San Francisco 49ers,
Go
Leon's
49ers.
Browns / Cowboys.
Go Cowboys in the ball.
You fired. No. And one more thing. September 6th, Cleveland's own Sean Porter, I might have mentioned it before, will be facing Danny Garcia for the vacant WBC championship. Cleveland's own Sean Porter. Support your home team.
Yeah.
For all boxing fans. So, gentlemen, if that's it,
We love you. Peace out. Have a good weekend. And we'll be back
Next week.
next week with more news.
same time.
Same, maybe not the same place. We're working on some new stuff. Talk about it to y'all later, though.
Yeah.
Yup.
All right, y'all. Have a good day.
Peace
Take
out.
care.
From Lee.
I thought it was the actual.
Friday. Or as my mom and I say Friday. August 24th, 2018. And welcome to Yesterday and Today with me, your sexy host, Sierra Bow, aka the mother of cartoons, and my brother from another mother, Darian Fan.
Hello, everybody.
And today we're going to talk about the Arthur TV shows and the Arthur songs today. So I'm going to let the more nerdy of the two of us go first. Darren.
Well, when you talk about shows within a TV show, let us talk about first the equivalent, the animated within the animated TV show about everybody's favorite bunny, Bionic Bunny.
Which one basically are equivalent to the Superman. But Arthur's equivalent to Superman.
Yeah, and Dog Bunny who's like his evil twin, but I consider him the equivalent to Batman.
Yeah.
But except he's very evil. And then we have
Also the equivalent to the Magic School Bus, the Crazy Bus. Then we have
Wacky Loopy, 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 like a Loopy. Crazy Bus, Crazy Bus, Crazy, 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 crazy bus. Okay, more of that later. When we talk about songs within a TV show that you'll never forget.
Yeah. And then we have Arthur's equivalent to Barney, which is Barney Moo Cow.
The first one I know is F-U-N.
F-U-N,
F-U-N, best friend. You know what I like, it's F-U-N. F-U-N's best friend. Basically, all of these shows, and don't forget the Magic Toolbox, which was a show that was on Arthur that was canceled, that was like an educational show.
Yeah, that was basically like the equivalent to our, like, what was, it was like an equivalent to Barney's, craft bag.
No.
Yeah, you remember Barney's craft bag?
Right.
And then in like 2006-ish, I'm gonna say 2006-ish, they did the spin-off Pumpkins from Buster. What they should have called it, Buster Goes Around the World and interviews people. I wonder how they did that show though, because you never actually saw Buster yet. Only heard his voice. So did they have the voice actor of Buster go to these places and like interview these children and their parents? I don't know how they do. But I didn't like it. Did you like it, Darian?
No.
The problem with it wasn't Arthur. It was created by Mark Brown as like saying, okay, Arthur might be canceled, so he has to do a new show. And then when Arthur got the green lit to continue for the 20th season in 2015, everybody was happy.
Is it still in production?
I'm not for sure. I will let everybody know because since Arthur and the W are the only kids on the show, their voice actors' voices changed a lot. Like Arthur has been portrayed by over 4 actors in the 20 years of the series because of puberty and the different voice changes.
It's a wonderful kind of hey,
It's a wonderful kind of hey, DW, hey.
But when we come back, I'm sorry, Cece, the time to break it.
We could take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about songs from Arthur and other cartoons you will never forget when we come back.
And we're going to analyze the songs from Arthur, too.
Yeah.
And
we're going. And this is Yesterday and Today with your host, Theobald, and my co-host, my brother from another mother, and my producer, Darian Fan.
Hello, everybody.
This part of my show, My Baby, is going to be dedicated to singing, so you actually get to hear me and Darian sing.
Today, we're featuring the songs from Arthur, which is a
Arthur and other shows that you never forget.
right inside of the actual TV show.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we all know Mary Moo Cow, which is the equivalent of Barney.
The alcoholic, terrible opera singing cow that is actually a man. If you watch the movie, he's actually a man.
What movie?
The movie where Arthur loses power and he gets kidnapped by an ice cream man. You need to see the movie. I have the movie.
No, Mary Moo Cow was portrayed by a woman, according to the Arthur Wiki, named Betty Jones. She appeared on the animated series as a rabbit, as a cat. On the animated show, Mary Moo Cow gets canceled. Then we find out that DW is heartbroken because her favorite cow is getting canceled. And she
getting the green slip or the pink slip.
And she finds out that Mary Moo Cow is actually a person in a suit.
But I have experienced the heartbreak when I found out that you cannot bring Bonnie to life by singing the same song. It will.
Back to the music that you'll never forget. So, like, what song from Mary Moo Cow is the most iconic song from Mary Moo Cow? It's legitly called The Best Word I Know.
No.
Which I just call F-U-N, or fun. The best word I know is F-U-N. F-U-N's best friend. I know what I like, it's F-U-N. F-U-N's best friend. It's very cheesy. And for your parents, kids cover your ears. There is an adult version of the song on YouTube, and I will not go there. But parents, listen to that. But listen to that actual issue. And maybe you can sing it when you're really mad and when you want to go to bed. Speaking of which,
my favorite Arthur song is the song that taught me how to spell the word iceberg.
A-A-I-B-B-A-K, which is kind of like an early rap song, but not really.
Yeah.
Also, fun fact, did you know Mary Moo Cow almost became a real show?
Yeah, but sometimes PBS was like, no thank you. It was gonna be basically the animated equivalent to Barney and Mary Moo Cow. We're gonna be Barney. Speaking of Barney, Barney is the OG of songs. Like, he is the OG.
Oh, and don't forget the other equivalent to the Magic School Bus, Crazy Bus. That song something about that song is ingrained. Wacky loopy, droopy, like a big open loopy. Crazy bus, crazy bus, crazy bus. Now the only reason why that song is like going is because Yo-Yo Ma did an orchestral version of it.
Arthur, when he guest starred with Francine's uncle in one of the episodes. I love that episode, by the way.
Okay. And also, another song is the blues song that George sings. Well, he writes it when Coco Taylor, the famous blues singer, guest stars and on the episode Big Horns. Also,
Oh, yeah. That was a deep episode.
yeah. Also.
And fun fact, did you know George is autistic? He's on the autistic spectrum. So go, George!
And let us not forget the other equivalent to not Blue Man's Group, but they were animatronic called Binky.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, let us not forget that was that with Nick Carter, was that Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
Backstreet Boys.
Let's not forget that they guest starred.
In an hour-long music special next to Elmore City Turns 100, which was only playing.
They didn't guest star in that.
I know, but Elmore City Turns 100 was a 30-minute long special, and then the Backstreet Boys was an hour long. And then back when we were kids, do you remember the PBS Kids telethons?
Of course.
Yeah. They don't even do the telethons anymore because PBS has money to keep going. They don't need
No, it was just WVIZ, but it was PBS Kids, like, built in. And Lou Rawls, kids, you don't know who that is. Lou Rawls used to host every year, and the best prize for getting $100 because they used to feature old school music from the 60s.
Yeah.
The best prize you could get for $1,000 donation, and I actually got one, is a James Brown doll. I'm sorry, action figure.
I used to watch the Christmas telethon because during the Christmas telethon they used to play all the Christmas specials, like the Barney Christmas special. Speaking of Barney, can we talk about how talented that dinosaur is?
Fine.
He's a talented.
Like he doesn't get. Like he doesn't get recognition already. He can sing, he can tap, he can play.
He can bake pumpernickel bread.
Which there's a song. I have a bread and it's called pumpernickel. Yum yum pumpernickel bread. Hey.
And then
I like a rainy. Sorry, you guys.
And thank you, David Joyner and Bob West for bringing him to life from 92 to 2002. Thank you very much. I was watching a video with Noel McNeil if you don't know who that is a puppeteer for Bear from Bear in the Big Blue House. Okay.
Nah.
That man sounds. Oh. Well, we're doing it in November, honey.
The songs.
Okay. And then okay, I only have like 15 minutes, so I'm gonna be quick. Okay! Sesame Street is the only OG PBS Kids show left on the program.
With songs.
Okay.
So I see.
My favorite song from... I have a couple. My favorite song from Sesame Street, If I Could Live on the Moon. Because if you ever seen Palooza, which is one of my favorites.
Mine too.
Who sang that song with Ernie?
All I remember is That's the Special with David Allen Greer. But in my defense, I haven't seen it since 1998. It is not.
If I could live on the moon.
Sing a song like it's about to let you. Yeah, but things that you remember as a kid, life lessons, and it's almost time to end the show, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost time to end the show.
So it's only appropriate that we leave you with one of the best songs ever. Yesterday and Today was brought to you by the letter C. C is for cookie, and cookie is for me.
C is for cookie, and cookie is for me. C is for cookie, and cookie is for me. Oh, cookie. C! And my favorite, and my other favorite, ending song is from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
May I?
Yes, you may.
It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling to wake up inside it when you think you're ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy today. It's such a good feeling, a very good feeling, a feeling to know. A feeling to know that I'll be back when the day is new, and we'll have more ideas for you, and you'll have things you want to talk about. I will too. Goodbye, everybody.